Man, it's been a week, and I think it's time. I think it's very past time for me to go do that final verdict. So, y'all know who it is. It's ADG, aka the gamer, and this is my final verdict on Madden 22. This game's been out quite a while. It's been had updates and more. In this video, I'm gonna be playing franchise. You're gonna be seeing gameplay for franchise, and I'm just gonna give you my final thoughts of the game in general and of the gameplay that I'm playing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video as I cue that TV Tokyo intro. Yeet!
My magic is never giving up.
Coming up, we'll see Matt Ryan and Tom Brady. The two combined for 1,400 pass yards, 11 touchdowns, and just one interception as Tampa swept the series against Atlanta a year ago. It's the Falcons and Buccaneers next.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
All right, as this game begins, I want to say first and foremost, presentation in this game is nice on next gen. They stuck to what worked in the last game and improved upon it and added a couple little things here and there and animations and a couple of different camera angles, animation scenes. It's good. It's good. As you can see, we're here with Matt Ryan showing his 2021 stats, and of course it goes a little bit deeper. Now the problem with the presentation is sometimes they goof up a little bit with the stats. With the downs, just what's going on sometime on the screen. They may say the game is tied or someone's up and they're not. It's kind of confusing. Some people have reported, now I haven't had the problem, but some people have reported like winning games that they should have lost, losing games they should have won, but I haven't had that problem. So I don't know if that was one of the day one things or whatnot. But for me, over the course of the last couple of weeks, me playing this game, I haven't had any issues like that whatsoever. Now, one thing I don't like is there's something different with the catching, with the receiving, and a lot of times the ball will kind of like fumble a little bit. Like, you know you timing it right, but it just bounce out of your hands. And it's kind of irritating, but it may be like a new readjustment that they want you to do. Maybe they want to change the timing up a little bit. Maybe they want it to be harder to actually receive or intercept the ball. But it could just be me having to get used to it. But I don't think that's it, really. I really don't think that's it. But gameplay is usually key, and that's one of the things outside of the gameplay that kind of bothers me.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them.
The game has tons of features, though. Tons of features, tons of replayability. That's where the game shines. If I said in some of my other videos, if you go back to some of my other parts, you can see where I discussed that. And there's just so many things that you can really see in this game. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to split the video here. We're going to fast forward to well, we may show a little bit more of the presentation real quick. But after I start my drive, after Tom Brady comes on the screen, what we're going to do, we're going to head on out to the fourth quarter, and I'm going to break down anything that I've noticed in this game. This is like my 5th or 6th game that I've played. I play a lot of video games, by the way. I don't just sit up and play Madden all day. I mean, my channel is assigned to shows that y'all see all the video games. So, we'll see. I think the game's fine personally, but we'll see. Oh, God. Got a flag on the play.
And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And there's also a flag down.
Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And the rushing numbers should tell the story of why they trail at the half. They're still in single digits in yardage as a team through 2 quarters of play. That's not good. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they had a little bit more success on the ground than their opponents did, and that should set them up well for the second half to come. Final preparations being made for the second half, both in terms of game plan and also hydration, because humidity is really going to catch up to these guys, no doubt. And for the call of the second half, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Buccaneers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Back now in Tampa. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead.
All right, guys, final verdict. As we enter the 4th quarter and gameplay commentary, as you see, I am whooping on Atlanta. It was not easy. I had a hard time passing the ball in this game. I just gave up on passing the ball. Sometimes in this game, they can read you very well, especially on long passes, which is a good thing. It just depends on the team. Some teams can do it. Some teams can't. Atlanta definitely one of those teams who can do it. And that's very realistic to what you would see in real life. So remember, if you're playing in franchise, though, some teams may get better, you know, just by game to game. And it may not be like what's being seen currently in real life. There go that sack.
He's sacked back around the 28.
But it's all about how you play. Franchise has always been a great game mode for me to like go into and just live out that fantasy. Not only seeing a season unfold and simulate, but also to make it somewhat realistic, even though you have to do certain things to improve certain players and see some people break out that you don't normally see break out, but in a realistic way. So, like I said, I personally think Madden is okay. I don't think it's like perfect or anything like that. I could nitpick certain areas of the game and say this and that about it. Some may not think it's worthy of a full game purchase because not much has changed from the other one, but especially for the price of a next-gen game, I think this game is going to run you about, what is it now, 69? Now, if you can get it cheaper than that, definitely, I don't see that many people complaining about it. Me, I spent the 60 on it. I'm not really regretting it, but I really like last year's game, and I like this year's game too. I haven't had problems like others have, so that's why I'm vouching for it. Oh, look at that interception. That's Dan Song. About to lose my voice there. Anyway, let's dance on it. I like that they changed some of the overlays, just little minor things that I think that makes a difference. Hopefully, at this point, one of the reasons why that I'm not having problems is that it's been patched. A lot of the problems and fixed. Offense now heading back out onto the field. And after the interception, Brady headed back. In an even better spot with I have thrown several interceptions. I think like 2 or 3 interceptions with Brady in this game. Like I said, AI is just something else. But like to break it down again, presentation is good in this game, in this year's game. And Madden of last year was good, and they just improved on it. Once again, the gameplay works at times. There's some issues I had with the receiving, but that could just be me taking some getting used to. There's plenty of feature modes. The sound is on point. Madden really never had a problem with sound effects or making it feel like you're watching a Sunday NFL presentation or Monday night presentation. In fact, they go a little bit beyond than what they usually do. The halftime show, a little bit more improved. I still wish we had some maybe cheerleaders on the field or somewhere. I'm hoping next year we get some cheerleaders, because cheerleaders is something that's just been missing in Madden games. And I don't understand it. That's a big part of the presentation. You look at the sidelines right now, ain't a single cheerleader out there. And I could nitpick that as well, but I'm not going to completely nitpick it, because gameplay is key and it has a nice presentation. Maybe it's not 100% what it should be at this point, but the game is still worth it in my opinion. And that's pretty much what I'm going to say. I'm going to finish this game out, toss some commentary for you guys, but that is my final verdict on Madden NFL 22. You guys should also go back and maybe watch some of my other videos. Once again, apologies on the franchise video. It's a little dark, but it's a lot dark. I'm not sure what happened with that video.
Letting one go deep here for Gronk. That's caught.
Oh, Gronk got it though. Okay.
Takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's the longest pass I had all day on this game. But that was a nice one. I seen him break out. I took a chance with it. He was ahead of his man. That's a tip for you right there. He was ahead of his man, so I went ahead and lobbed it over. That's a tap. Light press tap. Ronald Jones hasn't done nothing for me in this game.
Let's see if they do it anyway. Jones
trying to get him involved, but they just own him. Let me go to Fournette. Fournette to do it every single time.
Getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Somebody got hurt and I wasn't paying attention. I'll catch it on the replay.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette.
Fournette every single time.
Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette.
I'm going to be honest, my guys in the I form, I don't know. That offensive line in I form, they get it done. He pushed another guy over, left it wide open for Fournette just come in.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense.
Okay, I'm just going to keep him out. It was Gronkowski. The game pretty much over anyway. 2 minutes left.
Extra point up and good.
There we go.
And that makes the score 28-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Now it's Patterson. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
You know, this has happened to me about twice in this season where a team has almost run it back to me, and one actually run it back.
As we welcome you back, they've got a first
my special teams need to get it together.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he gets this down.
They've been doing some nice little passes on the sideline. Got to stop there.
More out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Let's see if he's going to throw it again. He might give it all to his halfback here.
So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he's got the first.
It doesn't matter. They're not going to really be able to win.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Ryan. That's complete to Sharp.
They've been getting some little passes.
Leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
4th and 2 for them.
Staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
They just want to get on the board, I guess.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the
They've been getting those short passes.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts.
You can see I enjoy playing it. Like, I love strategic like games, you know, football and JRPGs to me. One's a sports game, one's a you know, action type game, but you're using your brain, you put people in play. There are RPG elements in football. You're building players up. You're getting their overall, their skills up now.
Even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Ryan will throw again.
Okay. What?
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up
the computer is reading me
He's a rookie,
right now,
and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see
I don't think it's going to matter. They may score, like I said, but it
yourself,
doesn't really matter.
He's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now one final.
That's the end of the game.
Incomplete, and that is
he mad.
Will come to an end. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay, and this was truly a total team.
I hope you guys enjoyed this. I broke the gameplay down a little bit so it wasn't too long, but let's still showcasing the game where it should be shown. And yeah, Madden NFL 22 has been available for a while now, and that's my 2 cents on if you should buy it or not. Get the game.
So for Tampa Bay,
I would say if you're into football a lot, if you want a major improvement, maybe you should just hold back. If you like last year's game, get this one too. With that being said, I'll see you guys next show, next video.
Next week,
I'm out of
here. To MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.